Hello once again. We're visiting you from Central State University. I always like coming down here because I learn a lot and it's fun and it's so beautiful here. Today we're visiting with Amber Twitty. And Amber, tell us a little bit about what your responsibilities are here at Central State.
Well, I am on the Community and Economic Development team. Led by our superb boss. You know, I have to get that plug in for Anthony Barwick, who you've already met. And what we do is we work with agribusiness as well as the community at large and look at different gaps and issues, help with capacity building of their businesses. And if it's community things that we can work on, we partner to help work on those issues specific to that community. My region, I have the southern region, which is very unique in the sense that I have a lot of urban areas as well as a lot of rural areas. So I get to work basically Hamilton and Butler County, and then across all the counties along the southern part of Ohio along the river to Lawrence and Scioto County in the greater Portsmouth area, and everything in between. So I have Adams and Brown, Claremont County as well. So I've worked in those areas for other projects before, so it's good to be able to go back to that space as well.
Well, with that area is so diversified, and the fact that you're helping people and you're looking to help people, that's got to be such a satisfying thing that you do almost on a daily basis.
Community and economic development work is my mission work. So I grew up in a family where we were always giving back to the community. My dad was the first African-American assistant police chief for the city of Cincinnati back in the 80s. My grandfather worked actually at the city when they stopped tearing down buildings and started rehabbing communities, and he led those efforts. So it was nothing for me. This was a natural step for me. That's the space I grew up in, around all kind of diversity of people. And the pressure is from the family. It didn't make it easier, made it more satisfying. The pressure from the family is, okay, well, you know that your father did this, and your grandfather did this, and your grandmother did that, so you have to perform at that level, which is above and beyond. And speaking of that, that means you always have to be impactful in your work. So don't do cookie cutter work. We listen to the community and the people and then say, hey, this is how we can help you reach your goals for your community or for your business.
Well, it lets you use your creativity quite a bit.
Yes. And I'm very innovative. I've been in the community and economic development space for over 30 years. And community and economic development, as I stated earlier, touches on everything, right? So it's not just the people development, which is satisfying. That's youth development, workforce development, just people doing career development, personal development. That's part of community economic development work because communities are made up of people. So the people have to thrive in order for the communities to thrive. Then the kind of connecting piece in the middle are the businesses. So groups of people make up businesses. Businesses make up communities. Communities are systems of education, government, where you live, work, and play, right? So on the business side, on the community development side, also known as economic development, I've also worked with building highways, such as the Portsmouth Bypass Highway out in Portsmouth, Ohio, a couple years ago. That was built from scratch, so it's neat seeing them tunnel and create. Now it's a vibrant highway. Worked in buildings, hotels, building inclusion, having opportunities for businesses. If businesses thrive, then more people can work, right? So it's all connected.
Wow. Yeah. You know, I'm standing...
I can talk about this all day.
Well, I'm standing here thinking of all the things I want to ask you. Anything that stands out right now that would be, say, at the top, or maybe the top 2 or 3 projects that you're doing now?
Well, one is, and I'm sure you'll learn about it more, the beginning farmer programs, and that is our ag team. And when you talk with Dana on our team later, she will give you all the ins and outs, but I'm glad to be able to work with her because we're going to help the farmers with the business side, the actual nuts and bolts of their business development, and we're connecting that to what they're learning as beginning farmers. So that's one of my projects. Another project is we'll be putting together and be launching later this year a Entree to Entrepreneurship program, and that is for returning citizens. And I'll start before they get out of jail and teach them about entrepreneurship so they know that that is an option, whereas before they were only being taught mainly workforce development as far as just go get an entry-level job when you get out. And with now, I'm going to teach them a way to get that entrepreneurship is a potential option for them as well. So we'll start that training, and then also with the record sealing clinics. And the record sealing clinics, as Anthony talked about before, are really it's a quality of life program, because if you have a record, that affects you even being able to get housing, let alone affordable housing. And if you're getting out of jail, you don't have a job yet, right? Yeah. Or you might not have your business launched yet. So you need affordable housing. Well, you can't get in those affordable housing communities with a record, so where are you supposed to live? It can also affect you continuing your education, as well as just getting a job. So with record sealing, it's an immediate impact on a person's life. So those are the 3 programs that are most that I'm working on right now until I come up with something else to add to that.
So you're helping people establish goals so they just aren't stagnant when they get out.
Correct.
Okay. Some of the things that you are doing, does it require going out into the community and getting volunteers to help?
Yes. As we build up our programs, we always can use volunteers, right? And another thing for Central State University Extension is that we're kind of the new kids on the block. We've only been in existence for about 6 years, and so a lot of people still don't know about us. So it gives me a good way to say, hey, CSU Extension is in the house. And we just go out in the community, do our good work, and stay impactful.
So it adds another dimension to what people have over the years, over time, thought of Extension. You're giving us new dimensions to Extension.
Correct. We're giving new dimensions. So agribusiness is the bulk of Extension work. That's any business dealing with agriculture. However, on our CD team, we get to do the community and the economic development and the agribusiness. So I get to touch on everything.
Okay. And I think our viewers understand that you are a people person. That has to help in your overall activity.
Yes. And you have to, and to be a people person, you have to listen to what their needs are. So I'm not going to come in there and say, this is what you need, right? I want to know, what is it that you want? What is it that you need? And then let's see how I can help you reach those goals. So it's a totally different dynamic than a lot of places.
Well, being a person that listens, I'm sure that our viewers, if they have some ideas that they want to get in touch with you, in contact with you, what's the best way for them to do that?
The best way to reach me is by email, and it's just my first initial and last name, Twitty @centralstate.edu. That's ATWITTY @centralstate.edu.
Oh, very good. I'm excited to hear what you're doing, and we just touched the tip of the iceberg.
I'm just getting started. I've only been here since September, so I'm just getting started.
Okay, well, we hope to be able to talk with you a little bit more in the months ahead. So Amber Twitty has been our guest. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
And stay with us, back with more right after this.